avoiding negative competition with other independent cannabis brands. So this is really important. And this is actually a life lesson in a sense of manifestation, how you actually create the reality that you want to experience. And this all comes from thought. So if you're over here thinking bad about other people or thinking, oh, I hope they fail or they're not going to make it or they don't know what they're doing or this or that, you're actually putting all that harm and energy out towards yourself. So what you want to do is embrace other people's struggle, embrace their journey just like yours. And in ways that you can help them out, that you see, do it and pay it forward, because it's all going to come back around. And maybe not directly reciprocated from them, but maybe from this person or this person or this person, and you're just forwarding that energy to someone else. So there's brands out there, there's people out there that are negatively competitive. And I'm not saying don't be competitive, and it's like there's a competitive nature, but it's about a friendly competition. Just like if you go to the Olympics, yeah, there's gonna be a level of competition, there's gonna be a level of frustration or angst if you don't win the medal, but you're not gonna be hating on the other person. Ideally, if you have good sportsmanship. I'm sure, there's always exceptions to the rule. However, if you're talking about people that do have good sportsmanship, it's the same concept with cannabis brands. Have good sportsmanship. We're all out here on the same playing field. And instead of competing against each other as independent brands, compete against the corporate brands. That's who our real competition is. And that's why I'm more than willing to help give out this information, to set up the coaching course, do all this extra shit. It's tons of stuff behind the scenes you guys don't even understand. And I'm doing this. I could just be doing my own cannabis brand and just focus on that like everyone else and just sit back, go take vacations, all this stuff. But instead, I got Cannabis Academy, I got Hi Chris, I got Distro California, and these are all independent companies designed to work as partners to really offer all these solutions to people looking to start their own independent cannabis brand. And the reason I'm doing this is because I feel this is the only way to truly fight off the corporate takeover of cannabis. And if we have more than enough independent brands proliferated through the market, whether that be in individual states or even through the whole country, that's what's going to hold off these big corporate brands, because it's the cannabis culture, and you can tell when people are there just for the money. You can tell when they're not from the culture. You can tell when they don't truly care about the plant. And these are all big red flags if you're going to be working with people that don't embrace those values. As an independent brand coming from the cannabis culture, for instance, we're doing an event called Liddy in the City, and it's all these grassroots brands, independent brands from the cannabis culture getting together in one venue, and then all the consumers coming to basically like a flea market in a sense. They get to see all these brands, they get to see their products, they get to talk to them, they get to meet them. It's a really interesting and special experience that doesn't happen this way in other industries. So cannabis is very, very unique in the sense of every aspect, from how it's grown to how it's sold, to the culture, to the people that try to take advantage of it. It's almost like it's self-regulated. And granted, it's not an instant retaliation that the plant will do, but you mess up here, you're gonna pay for it down here somehow. And it's tried and true. Anyone who's been in this industry for more than, say, probably even 5 years, but especially if they've been in the industry for over 10 years, they'll tell you somewhere along the same lines that I'm talking about. So I really want to get to the point of why it's so important not to have the negativity towards the other brands, because all that's going to do is it's going to come back around at some point, and it's going to bite you in the ass, and it's going to hold you back. So by helping others, by embracing others, by helping others come up, that's going to help you ultimately in the long run. And it's going to foster the right mentality and the right thought process to manifest the things that you want for your brand. And if you're over here sending out negative energy against other people's brands, or even worse, doing negative things, we got someone hating on us, shutting our accounts down, reporting us, stuff like that. They're going through time. They're probably spending money to have it shut down as well. And then we get them back. And then on top of that, in the meantime, we have to build other accounts until we get it back. So it's like they're just making us stronger, because we end up getting the account back anyway, but now we have 2 or 3 more accounts that we already started building in the meantime. And then the consumers, the true supporters of the brand, they see that too. And then they see all the fake accounts, they see that we're getting taken down, and that makes it more appealing to them. The intrigue, the mystery, the exclusivity. So ultimately, the people sending out the negative energy towards the brand, yeah, it's an inconvenience right now, and my IG gets shut down or my YouTube gets shut down. However, give it 6 months, give it a year, give it 2 years, 5 years, and to where that will have taken versus if I spent the time retaliating and getting vengeance and talking shit and feeling sorry and complaining and being like, man, my Instagram got shut down. I had so many people on there and blah, blah, blah. My whole business was based around it. That's a loser mentality. It's a victim mentality. So you want to have an abundance mindset, and that just means that everything's abundant. There's going to be more deals, more opportunities. It's the only thing we don't have more of is time. So just be valuable with your time. The money can come in an instant. Don't make decisions out of greed, out of money. It's always going to backfire. So point is, don't be a hater. Be out there, help support, help your fellow independent brands, and, just focus on your own lane. Stay in your own lane, do what you do. The key to this whole entire video is there's tons of market share out there. And if you're an authentic, solid brand, you're going to connect with your demographic. And the step to ensure this is really build your brand properly. And I have a bunch of videos on the channel about how to build your brand properly, especially for cannabis. Make sure you really dive deep, get your demographics mapped out, your unique value proposition, your brand story, your mission statement. All these things are important. More important necessarily than your even financial plan, because the financial plan can be adjusted. It's going to change with the markets, the seasons, all this stuff. But you really need to dial in your branding, who your market is, who you're going to be marketing to, and what do they want? And then what do you offer to fill that void for them? So I'm going to wrap the video up. Check out my website, hichris.com. There's a lot of great info on there about building, launching, growing. And there's a lot of great information on there about building, launching, and growing your licensed cannabis brand without having to own the license. Check out my social media as well on Linktree. Check out the brand, zotics420.com. Thanks for everything. Talk to you later.